Does having high blood pressure automatically mean that you need to be on medication? Maybe, maybe not. Hey y'all, I'm Dr. Venn, your No BS chiropractor. Now I gotta say first, this is not medical advice for anybody's personal situation. You always gotta talk to your cardiologist or your physician to discuss your situation. This is informational purposes only. But to understand why do we get high blood pressure? It doesn't just randomly happen, and it's not just a random disease that you just get. Your body will raise its blood pressure for a purpose. So here's the concept. Here's my analogy. If you had a big backyard and you wanted to water the grass because you wanted to make sure that the grass all the way in the back by the back fence is still going to live and look green and all that kind of stuff, then what you're going to do, we got to manually have a hose in this situation. You're going to hold the hose, you're going to spray the grass that's near you. And then to get to the grass in the back of the yard, you have to put your thumb over the hose to increase the pressure of the water to shoot it to a further distance. Now, if you didn't do that and you held the hose, the water is going to go right down in front of you and it's not ever going to touch the grass in the back of the yard. So you do it on purpose. You increase the pressure to get the water to further distances where it needs to get to keep the grass alive. That is what your body is doing. If you start to have high blood pressure or if your blood pressure is slowly creeping up, there are parts of your body that is not receiving enough blood flow or oxygen or whatever in the blood that it needs. Therefore, your body, as a response, God made us perfect. He gave us innate intelligence. Our body knows what it needs to do. It will increase the pressure to shoot the blood further to make sure that all parts of our body are getting the necessary blood and oxygen that it needs. So it's in that scenario, it's really a response. And so how do we fix that? Initially, that's why lifestyle changes usually will help this, because we need to encourage our body to deliver more blood and deliver more oxygen. So exercise is key, of course, cardiovascular fitness. We don't need to get in all that here. It can be walking and running and whatever you choose to do, but we need to increase blood flow, basically. And we need to do that on a consistent basis. Now, obviously, diet can be a part of this too, but there's a lot of factors that we simply need to help our body deliver more blood to every part of it. Usually, it's the extremities and or the brain that the body is trying to make darn sure that we get blood to those areas, as the organs are right in the middle, and that's usually not the case necessarily. So when blood pressure goes up, does it mean we should go jump to medication? Again, this is not advice, but in many cases, not necessarily. Here's the problem. Here's what you got to understand as far as the concept goes. If our body is increasing pressure to shoot the blood to every part of the body to make sure we get oxygen and blood flow and all that kind of stuff, well, it's doing that because it's not getting enough blood flow and it's not getting enough oxygen. Well, what happens if our pressure goes up, our body's making it do it, and then we take a drug to make the pressure come down, but we did nothing with our lifestyle to increase blood flow? Well, now we are artificially bringing down our blood pressure, but we did nothing to fix why it was happening. So now the body still is not receiving the right amount of blood and oxygen and all that it needs, but its attempt to get it, we just took away by taking blood pressure medication. Again, the first choice is going to be alterations in lifestyle, because we want to make sure that we get the blood flow on our own if we can. But taking a blood pressure medication is going to take away our body's ability to deliver oxygen. This can actually lead to other issues. Now, again, if your blood pressure gets too high, that can be a very dangerous thing. So I am not advocating to go against your doctor and not take a medication if prescribed. But you got to understand that the first choice shouldn't necessarily be blood pressure medication. The first choice should be, let's alter our lifestyle and help our body deliver more blood. That's the first choice. And you also got to know, because this is the part that you may not understand, is when you take blood pressure medication, it is taking away your body's ability to deliver more blood. So it's not only a positive seeing that number come down, there are negatives that go with it, because it's taking away your body's ability to deliver blood. Now, there's going to be life circumstances where you have to take a medication. And of course, do it. If your blood pressure is very scary, very high, then it can be a life-saving event. But my point is, Hopefully, a medication can be used for a short-term solution to assist you while you make lifestyle choices to help your body deliver more blood and oxygen. Today is about concepts. This is not advice. It is about concepts. I'm hoping that understanding the concepts will give you more direction on how to alter your lifestyle, exercise, diet, etc., to improve your health so that hopefully in the future you won't need medication. But also understand that with every medication, there are effects and there are side effects. So we want to make sure we understand what those are and how can we help our body to hopefully do it without the medication. I hope this helps. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I love what we do here, so I want to answer anything that you have. If you have topics you'd like to be discussed, please leave that for us, and I'd be glad to expand. You're welcome.